Anytime you're working on a project, color is a big part of that. And so in today's project, we're going to take a look at several things to do about color. Here is our project. So we're starting off with this changing underscore cns.ai. So this is our starting AI file. We have a postcard here on the left. We have the front of it on the left. On the right, we have the back of it. And then we have a third project over here on the far right that is a different colored version of our line project that we saw previously. With this selection tool, let's go ahead and click on our artwork on the left. And if in our properties panel, we can see that under our appearance, our fill for this is green, and then we have a red stroke that is at a 10 point. In order to change the fill, we can click on that green fill icon, and we have two different choices. We have our swatches, and then we have a color mixer. So if we wanted to select and create a custom color, we can do the custom or the color picker. Or if we have different swatches that we've already made, we have a project that we're working on that has a certain kind of theme going on, we would probably already have a swatch that we've already created, and so we could use swatches here. For this one, let's go ahead and just select this red. And once we click on this red color, it changes that fill to be that red. Let's go ahead and click escape, or you can click outside of this in order to deselect it. If we select it again, we can see our stroke down here. So if we click on our stroke, making sure that our swatch is selected, we can click on this little red dash in order to create no fill or no stroke in this circumstance. So if we deselect that, now you can see that our picture has a red fill and no stroke. If we come over here to the right and we click on our little red triangle here, we can see that again it has a red fill and no stroke. So let's go ahead, and if we look over here on the toolbar, we can see that the top square is our fill, the bottom square is our stroke. So if we wanted to change the fill, we can click on that. We can double click on that square, and that brings up the color picker. Here we can click and create our own color. So I want to drag this down to kind of a blue. So select a blue similar to this one, and we'll click OK, and that changes that fill from that red to our blue. If we wanted to use that blue over here, what we can do is select your selection tool, select our picture, take your eyedropper tool over here on the left, select that blue, and that will then change our fill from that red into our new blue color. Next, let's go ahead and take a look at our third panel over here. And with this one, what we're going to do is we want to take a look at global swatches and how they work. So first off, let's select our green color here, and let's go up to Window and go down to Swatches and open up our Swatches panel. Yours may come down here, it may come over here. It is highly customizable again with our panels, so you can place these wherever you want to. It is completely up to you on where it comes in. I like to dock mine down here at the very bottom, so I'll hover over the very bottom here. You'll see where it has that little blue line. Place it there, and now it is in docked here on our right panel. With our swatches panel brought up, we want to save this green swatch, and we want to make sure we turn it into a global swatch. So with our swatch panel, we want to select this little icon here, which will bring up a new swatch panel. You can change the color if you need to, but we want to keep this gray color. We want to save our swatch name, and let's go ahead and change it to building. Make sure that add to my library is unchecked, but we want to make sure that global is checked, and that's going to make it a global swatch, and we'll go over what that means here in a moment. So let's go ahead and click OK, and now over here you can actually see that this right here is labeled building, and it looks different than all of our other swatches because it has this little white triangle corner. That means that it's a global swatch. So let's go ahead and continue this, and let's click on this first building, hold down the Shift key, and click on the other two buildings. Next, go ahead and click on our green building swatch in order to change it to that green color. Now let's take a look at what happens if we change that color. So let's take and deselect it, and let's pick this color, and let's change it. Let's change the cyan and bring in more of a yellow. So we're just going to drag the slider over here to more of the yellow. Go ahead and click OK. And because our swatch was global, everything that was colored with that swatch changed to match our yellow. And that's the benefit with our global swatches. If you have everything colored with all of our global swatches, if you need to change one of the colors, you can do that. You can do so, change color, and everything colored by that swatch will automatically be colored or be changed. Here, let's make sure that you come in, go File, Save As. Make sure you add in an underscore finished. Save that. Next, go to File, Save As. Change it from Adobe Illustrator to PDF. Save our PDF. And make sure you turn in that PDF into our Schoology. Thank you for watching our color project. Stay tuned for our next tutorial in our tutorial series.